Hello friends, in ICIMWS 2024 under marital and family issues, presenting the power of forgiveness, healing marital and family wounds. We'll navigate through the issue and we'll start with the question of love and how it is important in forgiving in a relationship. Consider this statement. There is no love without forgiveness and there is no forgiveness without love. Now, where it starts, hurt feelings in marriage, consider it is inevitable because problems between spouses and conflict between them happens all the time. The point is, it affects the spouses and it affects the entire family. The spouses will have conflicts in long-term marriages, but studies across the world have shown that there is a positive correlation between forgiveness and marital satisfaction. It actually predicts marital satisfaction, predicts forgiveness, and forgiveness often predicts marital satisfaction. The quality of marriage generally improves between the couple who forgive easier. So, what will decide? Can you forgive or will you stay stuck? Just consider this: your soul is much too deserving of freedom to stay stuck. So, how to process it? Well, here are my 10 points. Just reflect upon them. We have all gone through them, but just reflect upon it to gain some perspective. First point to remember, where it all starts. Offenses from the closest one hurt us the most. Where there is more love, the hurt is even more when you face offense. And similarly, when we do offend, the other person gets hurt most. But we all do hurt and we all get hurt by the nearest one. It does happen. Why does it happen? There is some emotional leverage that we hand over in love, and we also enjoy some emotional leverage. So do we change that? Please don't. That is how love works. It is how we feel connected. Your key is how successfully you can process that hurt. Can you make it a turn that will lend strength to the marriage and strengthen the bond and doesn't weaken it? Or will it be the other way around? Here comes my second point. Happiness in your marriage will depend a lot on how you respond to and you recover from these hurt feelings. Just keep thinking that both of you will stand to gain from it. Remember, your marriage draws strength from emotional well-being of both of you, not one of you, both of you. And no one can gain emotional wellness by deducting from the partner. So keep telling yourself, our happiness depends on happiness of both of us. Point 3, to forgive. How to start? How to think about forgiveness? Is it about justice? No, it is not about getting even. It is not about justice at every point. Remember, a symmetrical shape is not formed in a relationship in conflict points. Some points we do get hurt, some points we do hurt. The two of you are not prosecutors and respondents in those situations. So, who is the prosecutor? Just think about it. The hurt, the negative feelings, the emotions, these are the prosecutors. And who is it questioning? It is questioning your love and the validity of the relationship itself. So in that case, both of you are respondents, aren't you? So win that case, win that battle. Forgiveness, what is it about? For whom we are doing it? Believe me, forgiveness is more about the person doing the forgiving. It is also about the person being forgiven, but it is more about the person doing the forgiving because it benefits you the most if you are doing the forgiving. How does it benefit? It lightens your burden of stuck emotions. It reduces your anxiety. It lets you sleep better. It reduces your muscle tension. It will also improve your self-esteem. And don't we value such things? We do, right? So the next step, how to start. So far we have seen what are the benefits, but how to start the process? Start the process by internal reconciliation with yourself automatically each time. You have to practice it, but reconciliation with yourself is the enabler, the first step to forgive your partner. What does it do? Self-reconciliation will reset your mind to the right starting point. Self-healing gets you to a healthy state of mind to look outward. What is the second point to think? The point is, do not consider ceasefire as a solution. A mere ceasefire cannot rebuild the trust, and that is what we are trying to rebuild, right? The conflict. So it is not about holding on to your weapons, waiting for the right moment so the war can begin again. It is about abandoning the negative and offensive emotions. And these are the weapons. Are the weapons directed at your partner? To some extent, but it is more directed towards you because it is hurting you most. If you want, take time off, but do not take time off to gather aggression, but take time off to gather good memories. You can practice self-love and see how important the marriage is for you to feel great. Well, we cannot solve it. Can we request a third party to intermediate? Well, you can bring on external help, but remember, you have to talk to yourself first and then talk to your partner and ensure that both are on the same page, both want it at that time. So, if both are ready, only then intermediation can be good. And one more criteria for intermediation is both of you have to have optimum trust for the third party that is intermediating. Otherwise, it cannot work. And both of you have to have reconciled implicitly, internally, before bringing in the intermediary. Now, what does it do, forgiveness? It actually induces greater commitment to the relationship. So, once we forgive or are forgiven, we emerge from the incident together. We can value how much the relationship means to us. This greater respect for the relationship will make the later hurtful experience easier to handle. It will be more tolerable. Now, what we have talked about so far is forgiving. But you may ask, what about seeking forgiveness? I will not be always the person who has who got hurt. I may be the person who is hurting. In that case, what to do? Well, you are the person seeking forgiveness then. So what happens? It often takes a lot of strength, just believe this, to to seek forgiveness genuinely, as it takes strength to forgive. So do not seek forgiveness just to reconcile. Do it to feel better, to give respect to the relationship. Non-verbal expressions can also work, but emphasize on what has gone wrong from your end and how you can make it better rather than just saying sorry. And you can also take help from your partner. It can make you do better next time, and it will make the bond stronger. It will make your partner realize that you are sincere about the forgiveness. The last one. Remember, we are all predisposed to revenge as human beings. But the good thing is, here is the good news. We are all somewhat have the urge to feel loved and be connected. The equation is how to make this urge to feel loved overcome our urge to retaliate. It is not easy to take the perspective of the other person. It takes time, it takes effort, it can take practice also. But consider what strength you are drawing from the relationship, what it means to you, and what it means to your emotional well-being. And this session was about emotional well-being, right? So we are in the end. What we take away from it? 1. Remember, forgiveness is not your compulsion to your partner. It is your choice. It is not one even to the marriage. It is one, however, to yourself. How? Because it benefits you the most, as we have studied. So remember, you practice it together to emerge better and to have better mental well-being. To finish with, just remember what Nelson Mandela recollected from the moment he was coming out of jail. He said, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. So, my friends, do not be in prison. Forgive, seek forgiveness, and emerge out stronger with better mental wellness. Thank you.